Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. We're live doing player ratings because I cannot be bothered to pick all the numbers for these on my own, so I'm going to get your help with it because it's tough. It's very, very tough. We're going to start with Simon Mignolet, so we're going to ask you for your thoughts on a rating out of 10 for the Belgian in goal, and then we're going to see what we come up with and see if we can develop a number that fairly represents his performance. Made some fantastic saves in the game. I think it's probably fair to say that without the saves that he does make, that could have been, 5-0's embarrassing. I can't even begin to imagine what it would have been if the things that he kept out had actually gone in, just like it's one for the ages. It's a Crystal Palace type field type score. Those of you old enough to remember when we were able to score 9 goals past Crystal Palace. Tom, have you got any shouts for us?
Basically 6 for Mignolet.
6?
People saying he still made some good saves, especially the one with Matip as well.
Yeah. Have we had any higher than that? Because I think 6 is all. I think there's a temptation, I think, to obviously downgrade everything. I would say probably he's one of the few players who comes out with any credit. There's maybe the one moment where he gets caught out when Jesus scores the header, but it's offside. I think that was probably, for me, that was the only mistake he made. Is it? Again, let us know. Do you think it's fair to give him a 6? Have we got any higher or lower?
Someone said 9, but we're not giving him.
We're not giving him 9. I'm going to give him a 7. I think, we'll laugh at it 9, but I don't, here's the thing, he's conceded 5 goals.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was at fault for any of them, so there we go. I'm going to give Mr. Mignolet a 7. I'm also going to try to get rid of some of these post-it notes we've had for 10 years. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think he struggled a little bit, picked up a yellow card. Right, both players are pulling, but he's done that. I think the press had been set. We'd already seen Otamendi booked by that point. Look good, look comfortable possession going forward, but in a game like this, what have we had for Trent?
Lots of 4s and 5s.
Okay, I because he's a young lad still learning his trade, I agree that it's not a great shout for him, but I'm gonna give a 5 to Trent, and I don't think that's a bad score because I think out of 10, I think 5 is a reasonable amount. I don't think he was terrible. I think there were players far worse than him, and I'm sure we'll come on to them in a moment. Joel Matip. What's been the take on him? Because I think he was better than Clavan, but I think in the second half, when you're looking for someone to lead at the back for us, and whether it's just a change of position or whatever, I don't know. But I didn't see. I was actually most disappointed with Matip, if that makes sense. What do you reckon?
Yeah, he's meant to be our best defender. He is our best defender. I think it just didn't work, especially when we went 3 at the back. Yeah. It was just
absolutely.
A lot of people saying 5s.
Okay.
Lots of 5s.
Yeah, okay, 5s is 5s. Any names you want to put a portion to the 5 shout?
No. Mark Romano is the only one I can see there.
Okay. Sounds. Okay, we're going to give a 5 to Matip. So yeah, throw some names on these because effectively what I'm trying to do is extricate myself from culpability, and really what I'm just doing is just making these up myself. So Ragnar Klavan, I can't see how this is going to be very positive in the comments by any stretch of the imagination. What are we getting?
3s.
Go on, says who?
Ardi O'Riordan.
Okay, he says a 3.
He says 3.
Okay, anyone else?
Kieran Hoonson, 3. Jeffrey NG, 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's give a 3 then to Raggy, who was a bit shit today. Let's be honest. I went to bat for him pre-game. Was I wrong? Yes, I was absolutely wrong. Okay, Albi Moreno. What are we giving Albi Moreno out of 10? I think he had a good game, and I think if you had to pick over 90 minutes players who had a decent performance, I think Alberto Moreno was probably one of the very few players I think who performed for Liverpool. What we got, Tom?
Lots of 5s and 6s.
5 for Moreno?
I'd go higher if it was me.
Yeah.
Loads of 6s going in now. It's...
Go on, give us a few, attach some names to numbers for me.
I can't. It's going that fast. Sam Sheffield. Brian Quintero. Yeah,
What was that, 6s?
6, yeah.
Okay.
Lots of 6s.
Okay, no problem. We'll give a 6 for Moreno then. Okay, so we're going to move on to Jordan Henderson next. Okay. fine. Again, it's tough because, again, I think there's a real temptation not to be arsed looking for positives in a game when you got beat 5-0, and that's fine. That is absolutely fine. But I don't think it's necessarily fair. I thought Joe Henderson had a reasonable game. I thought he looked to support the attack. I thought when we were doing things well, he looked good. Now I know the telly. I think they tried to say it was a bad header from him leading up to their goal. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's so bad as all that. But what have we got?
Fives.
Fives
across the board.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you names because it's so fast at this point.
Let's see. Fives. Trooper. Just slow it down. There you go.
Yeah, but
there you go. Look at that.
I mean?
Who said 5?
Shamesh Mahmood.
Yeah.
Just
read some numbers. Read what people are putting.
5, 6, 4.
Who is putting
Miles Z says 5 or 6.
Okay.
Jad the Alien 5.
Okay.
Keo Marty 4. Joel LFC, he's poo. Richard Tranter 1. No. Liverpool FC Copites 4. Nick LFCCY 5. I think it's 5.
Yeah, well, 5 seems to be the general consensus. I'll be honest, I disagree with that. If I'm honest, I'd have said a 6.
Yes, I'd have gone 7.
Maybe. Okay, so let's do Emre next.
Yeah.
Emre Can. It's hard to judge his performance because of anyone. He probably got shunted the most, and most unfortunately. But he had a terrible game today. I thought absolutely terrible, and he's probably been our best midfielder so far this season. His decision making when he was actually playing in midfield, I mean, he was looking okay. There's one moment where he drives forward the ball and he starts to make things happen fine, but there was again just this decision making, just not moving the ball quickly enough. And then once he moves to centre back, he was just absolutely horrendous. Go on.
Greg Weeks 6,
Yeah.
Ali FIFA 4, Max Dixon 4, Julius 4, Awais Hussein 3.
Not having a 3 for
Ben
him.
Edgy 5, Red 6, Jonas Coolan 6.
Okay.
Looks like a 6.
I'm going to go with a 4.
Wow. So
I don't think he played better than Jordan Henderson, so I don't think he can get it. If we're giving Henderson a 5, I don't see that we can give him a 6. Now here's the thing. I'm not saying he is a 4-level footballer. I'm saying and if he continues to play in midfield, I think he'd have got a better grade than that. But I've got to grade him as how he played in the second half, and I thought he was terrible in the second half. Albeit again, he's not a centre half, but he should be an option there, and he should be a better option there. Gini Wijnaldum, was he even on the pitch? I don't really. I mean, I know for that little bit of the second half, I thought, oh, maybe he's got something there. He's pulled, isn't he, for James Milner? I think it's going to be tough to give a very high rating to Gini Wijnaldum.
Jumpers for goalposts 5, Jeffrey NG 4, Dan Talent 3, Max Dixon 4, Longy Gaming 4, Red 3, Spirit Guard Eli 4, Leon 2.
Okay, sounds good for the hell. Okay, I'm going to give Gini Wijnaldum a 4. Yeah, he's gone back. He's just had a couple of really good games, particularly the Arsenal game. He was outstanding. But he kind of gone back to being a little bit anonymous like he had been prior to that. Right, okay, let's do Mo Salah next. This is tough because I thought he was doing really well, and he was our most dangerous outlet. And yeah, he's got the opportunity there to put Liverpool 1-0 up. He goes 1-on-1. It's an area of his game he needs to improve massively if he's going to have the impact that we need him to have, because you can see everything's there leading up to it. But that's a chance. Again, look at Sergio Aguero, gets one chance, sticks it away. Now, he's not going to be as good a finisher as Sergio Aguero, of course not. But I don't know, does that impact? And then he gets pulled at half-time, so it is tough to rate him. What have we had?
Ethan Muscat 4, LFC related 6, Awais Hussein 6, Declan Moriarty 6, Prashiv Pandit 7, Connor Caulfield 5, Lucid Music 5, Louis Jones 4, Paul B, Salah was our only threat 6.
Yeah.
Bozza 7, Ziri 7, lots of 7s.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll be honest. I would probably go for I'd probably give him a 7, just because I think if the game carries on, he gets that extra 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
With us playing foot, he probably does more and maybe creates something. But at the because of the way it went and then getting pulled, not have a chance to pull it back, missing that chance. I think it's a 6. I don't think it's a bad 6. I think again, I thought he played very well. If I'm perfectly honest, and again, all things being equal, another day, he probably finished. Liverpool go on and win that game. He finishes without we're not scoring or assisting.
Yeah.
He probably gets a 7 or an 8 for playing like that all through 90 minutes if we go on to win, but we don't. So there you go. Sadio Mane then. Do we impact his score with the red card? Do we blame him? He's not on the pitch for a very long time, ultimately.
I think you've got to. I think you have to. That it changes the whole game, whether you meant it or not.
Yeah. No, go on then. What have we got in terms of comments on Sadio Mane?
Jamie Hogan, 10. LFC Copite, 10. Spirit Guard, 10. Asun, 10.
Sound to 10 for Sadio Mane. No, he was just starting to look. He was just starting to really get into the game as well. He's causing problems. You know, he picked Fernandinho, gets the booking for bringing him down. He's just starting to drive into the game. We were talking watching the game that because Salah's having so much joy, they're gonna move to counteract that, and Mane will start to come in, and he was. And then whether it's a moment of naivety on his part or a moment of stupidity on the part of the referee for giving the red card, it would be hard to do anything because you know what, I'm going to give him. Oh, and I might take some heat for this, but I'm going to give him a 6.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's fair enough. Yeah, I think you have to.
Yeah,
I think you have to.
Yeah, because I've chosen not to blame him for the red card. So there it is. Roberto Firmino, you know what? Go on, if you can get some shouting on Roberto Firmino, by all means. But I've made my decision on it. I'm just keen to see if everyone
5.
else.
John Hubble, Sam Sheffield, 7 at least. Longy, 4. Lucid Music, 7. These are very different. These ones now. Andrew Neil, 7. Jan Eric Hine, 8. Jonas Cochler, 6. Johnny, 7.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go for a 6 for Firmino. I just, not entirely his fault. I think he was playing at a 7 or an 8 in the way we were playing in the first half. But the game, once we change the system, the game gets away from him. He's not a lead the line, hold the ball up. I mean, he is a lead the line, hold the ball up type player, but only when you've got guys high up the pitch, in and around him. When you've got 2 fullbacks attacking and 2 wingers either side of him, that works. Him being asked to chase lost balls down over the top was never going to work. Not his fault, but again, that's what he ends up with. Let's move to the subs then. We're going to start with James Milner, and we'll do Oxlade-Chamberlain, then Solanke. So put the name and the number of the player next to it, and we'll move on to James Milner.
LFC Callum, 5. Benji Gaming, 6. Chad Risbrook, 6. It skipped. Lightcore Production, 3. Louis Jones, 5. CCC Cherish, 5.
Okay, sound. Yeah. I'll take a 5 for James Milner there. I actually thought he was fine when he came on the pitch, but he's just not there long enough, and there's nothing there for him to influence by that point, which is annoying. But he was all right. Oxlade-Chamberlain, yeah, that's just not an ideal set of circumstances to make your debut on in any stretch of the imagination.
5s and 4s, Sleason 5, Padraig Doyle 4, Shamish Mahmood 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's come on, and the thing is, for me, I think if you come on and you have a 4, you're having a bad game. I think 5 or 6 is, I think 5's average, and 5 and 6 are the average marks. 6 is average good, 5 is just average, and I don't think he was fine. I don't think, he did anything wrong. He didn't do anything to stand out and we go, oh, wow, this is clearly the answer. But so I'll go 5 on him. And then Dom Solanke.
Oliver Dutton, 5, repping the name. Adio Riordan, 4. Ali FIFA, 6. Aidan Felix, 4. Manish Mania, 5. Barry O'Brien, 5. Benji Gaming, 5. Copite 5, yeah.
Okay, 5. I agree with that. I'll go with a 5 for similar reasons. I think he looked fine. I actually think he probably looked particularly of him and Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he got a little bit of what he could do, but again, he's 19 years old. He's clearly got the physical presence. This is not the game that we wanted to be bringing him into in this type of circumstance. He's had to come in and do a job for the team, as a lot of these lads have. So there we go. That doesn't look great.
Should we do Klopp?
Let's do Klopp, yeah. Let's rate Klopp out. Have you had some shouts in for that already, or you just?
No, I just wanted to do.
Okay.
Because a lot of people saying he made some bad decisions. I sort of agree, but he was caught in a hard place.
Yeah, I agree on that.
Lots of 5s.
Yeah, you know what? I think 5 is very much the number of the of the day, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to put Klopp up there. I'm going to give Jurgen 5.
Fucking hell.
What?
Yeah, just the chat just went really fast. 5.
Yeah. And let's rate the referee as well.
Yeah.
Let's rate John
10.
Moss. Oh, Jurgen's down. Right, it's John Moss. What have we got for him? What is his rating? We're giving him a fucking 0, you bellend, Moss.
-2.
Bellend.
-7. -1,000.
-1,000,000. Fuck you, John Moss, you prick. I'm going to have to pick them up at some point. Yeah, there you go. There's the player ratings. Thanks very much for having your input on it. You can understand how hard it is in a general sense, made more so for this arsehole here. That was horrible. Yeah, subscribe to the Redmen TV. Check back for more content. If you need a little bit of balance and perspective on it, we've done the Instant Match Reaction podcast. 3 of us sat down, talking through some of the key issues of the game, a little bit of an extended format for your ears. TheRedmenTV.com. I know the good thing about this channel is our views tend to go down when Liverpool get beaten. I understand. Go and bury your heads in the sand. But before you do, if you feel like you just need a little bit of chat to help you get through, if you're on your own or whatever, go over to the website, start a free month, and try it out for yourself. As I say, podcast that we're doing these every single game now. Hopefully make you feel a little bit better. It's not going to heal the wounds of losing 5-0, but it might take the edge off a little bit. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing to the Redmen TV. Thanks for commenting. And we'll be back on Monday. Yay. But we're going to be gearing up towards the Champions League. Hey! But it might be tough, but it'll be fine. Anyway, thanks very much. See you soon. Ta-ra.